Welcome back everyone. So in this lecture I have divided my screens so that on this left side you can see my code. On the right side you will see my server as this node server is running, and then at the bottom right side I have my browser open where you may see the responses that are generated by this command res.json. So we have already created a middleware and used a function named use. And you may see that an arrow function within that use function is using request and response. There is one more thing that it uses, and that is next. So in order to check the next, let's put on some other middleware as well, so that the action can be forwarded from one middleware to another middleware. So I will write app.use, and then once again I will do the same thing. I will just copy the code, paste it over here, and do remember that I cannot once again give a response to the server, because once a response is generated, if you'll try to append that response with another response, the server will generate an error. So I will not send a response, rather I will say console.log your request is forwarded. And now in order to pass on the command to the next middleware, I need to write here next like this, save it. If I send the request from the browser, you will see a response that your request is forwarded, and here you will receive our response as well. Let me rectify this one so that we can see a new response over here. So I will just write generated, save it, and now send the request, and there you go. So we received this thing, and then we received this one as well over here. Now here you may also do one thing, that is, if I say, or let's copy and paste this middleware, the same middleware over here, and then instead of logging it, let's write response.status. So normally this response is received using 200 status code. If you can check, you will see that the status is 200. How about I change its status? So I will write status to 201, and by doing so, this status will be changed. Now what if I write your response is once again regenerated, and forward this request? This time you will see that our status code is 201 rather than 200. So using this middleware over here and using this command res.status, we have changed the default status code. Now let me show you one more thing over here. What if I do not use this middleware, and then let's reload this same page? You'll see a response of 200. And what if I reload it again? You will receive 304 status code, which means that the response generated from the server is the same as the previous one. So response is unchanged. Let's uncomment this one once again. Now, as I told you before, that I cannot reuse this response or amend the response like this one. However, I can do after this middleware is that I can pass on next over here, and then instead of res.json, I can write console.log your response sent successfully. I can do this one to generate a response over this console, that the response that was sent from the server is successfully actually sent to the browser. Let's see. If I just reload it, let's minimize it first, and then if I will reload it, you will see your request is forwarded, and then your response is sent successfully. So what is going on is that the request is coming over here. From here you will see the console.log your request is forwarded there, and then status code is changed, and then a response is generated, a JSON response, and we are receiving that response over here. Then using this middleware, we are receiving the response sent successfully.